everybody and welcome along to a brand new video today where we've got some exciting Doctor Who Series 12 filming news, filming leaks, as it's quite surprisingly done ultimately with Doctor Who at the moment, given how secretive Chris Chibnall's been about the programme. But overnight there was some filming down in Bristol and it's given us some rather familiar returning characters, or villains should we say. So yes, you probably already guessed it given what's on the computer screen just behind me to my right. There you can see a Dalek from Doctor Who, of course, returning for Series 12, probably for the finale or a special of some description, but we saw them being loaded out in Bristol on top of some sort of bridge. I can't actually remember the name of the bridge. Thanks to the power of the internet, I found out that it's Clifton Suspension Bridge, which looks like a quite spectacular looking bridge for hopefully the Daleks to be maybe going across, which could give quite a sort of iconic visual, like the classic shot from Dalek Invasion of Earth, with the Daleks going across Westminster Bridge there, which would be, yeah, nice to create those sort of iconic images and everything. So obviously this presents lots of possibilities, having them back again. This particular one you can see here appears to have, I'll try and put this on the screen, but it has a claw that's been added onto it in a more classic Who-esque style, really getting rid of the plunger, at least on this particular one, and having a sort of claw to grab stuff with, which seems more logical and makes more sense, but just hasn't really been done very much in recent years with the Daleks as characters. There's also another very interesting one which is a black one and looks very similar to the sort of, I think it was a recon Dalek they called it, which we had in the special Resolution, which this episode could be some sort of sequel to, in that sense, because obviously towards the end of that story there was this whole thing about the Dalek trying to send a signal back to its fleet and seemingly getting defeated before it was able to. But what if it hadn't? What if it actually had been able to contact these, and then this new black one is some sort of, I don't know, reconnaissance Dalek or squad Dalek or some sort of special type of Dalek, like they used to have in the olden days, where they all actually looked quite different rather than just the same golden ones every time, which you've had in most of the new series of Doctor Who. So it'd be quite nice to kind of see a few variations, and I think that maybe is what we're getting, looking at the sign of a black Dalek as well in here. So this certainly creates some exciting and interesting prospects for the next series of Doctor Who, whether it'll be that this will be part... I mean, there's a bit of confusion, I think, at the moment around filming as to whether this block, this final bit of filming, it seems, is either for Series 12 or is for a Christmas special or a New Year's Day special, and whether that New Year's Day or Christmas special is in 2 months' time or in 14 months' time. Nobody seems to know quite what's going on because they don't have to tell us anything anymore, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. But as far as we know, they have filmed 10 episodes already, which are going to be the 10-episode series, but this is a special to go either at the start or at the end of it. But it would seem a little bit odd to film a special 14 months in advance. I mean, Twice Upon a Time, they did it 6 months in advance, which seemed a bit crazy at the time. So I struggle to believe they're filming an episode now that's not going to be aired until the end of next year. I mean, this is Doctor Who, this isn't a blockbuster film that needs 2 years of post-production, come on guys. So I really don't know, because it doesn't make any sense either for them to film the first episode to be aired last. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it's a bit intriguing exactly what its involvement will be. Maybe this is part of the finale and we're just getting a bit mixed up with the filming. Who really knows? It would make sense for the Daleks to be involved in filming for a finale story, because it's just a classic sort of finale villain really to bring in. But yeah, I'll be intrigued to see what sort of new story comes with this, with the Daleks, seeing as it was the one good episode Chris actually wrote in Series 11 was one to involve these guys, whereas sort of all the other episodes were pretty average that he wrote, shall we say. This sort of continues a pattern that we've seen a little bit in the various bits of slightly leaked filming news that we've had over the months. Well, the official news of the Jadoon returning for Doctor Who in Series 12, and also the unofficial kind of leaked probably is the Cybermen news, which is another one in the last couple of months or so, which came out. Sort of all lends towards the idea that actually, whereas in Series 11 we went, it's all new, forget about the past, no returning villains, nothing, to suddenly Series 12 which is looking like, let's bring back everybody we can think of, because the one other rumour which I want to give you guys, which hasn't really been doing the rounds anywhere near as much, only in the depths of Gallifrey Base, I know, well, I went there, I did, it is around, so you may not have heard this, and if you want to click away, please do now, because this is nothing to do with the Daleks and spoilers in that regard, so if you want to click away, please do. But the rumour that I've read from Gallifrey Base is that Sacha Dhawan, the actor who played Waris Hussein in Adventure in Space and Time, among other things, is quite a famous UK actor, is going to be part of Series 12, playing a new incarnation of the Master. So yes, that would certainly be very exciting to see, having the Master back, and I think Sacha Dhawan would do a great job of portraying that villain. He also played, was in Sherlock, in an episode of Sherlock, did the History Boys back in the day as well, so so he's sort of done quite a few different things in TV, and I think he's a really fantastic actor and could really pull off the Master's villainous character really well. I feel in more of a Delgado style, sort of suave villain than the bonkers style that we've seen with Sim and Missy. Or Michelle Gomez, and I think it'd be good to kind of go back to that style of character a bit more than what we've seen more recently, just to give a bit more variety in the Master's character rather than it just being so sort of consistently bonkers, essentially. So yeah, I'm hopeful and excited for that as a possible rumour for the future as well. So it's all very much exciting times, I think, in the world of Doctor Who. Now, of course, the Master rumour is very much just a rumour, and I could be completely wrong. Whereas these Daleks, we've seen them. We've seen them in the flesh being filmed in Bristol, so they are happening. They are going to be in the show in the next series, or in a special at the end of or the beginning or end of the next series. We don't quite know, but they will be involved, and I think that's a really exciting prospect. I certainly relish the idea of seeing a series potentially having the Cybermen, the Daleks, and the Master all involved, which we did actually have before in Series 8. We had all three of those. As well, so it's not sort of unheard of in that sense to have them all involved, but it would be quite surprising given what we'd seen from Chris just one series earlier to completely turn it around and do the other thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that sort of takes us in the next few episodes. Now, obviously, there's the never-ending question of when there's going to be a Series 12 trailer for Doctor Who. Who knows? I don't have any information on that, of course. I would love one as well, guys. I really can agree with you all that it's very frustrating, and I don't understand why we haven't had one up until now. I guess the only explanation I can give it is they're treating Doctor Who more like, without sounding too negative about it, any other BBC drama, where any standard BBC drama, you don't release a trailer for it 4 months in advance. They release the trailer 3 weeks before it airs, and that's it. Bit of PR 3 weeks before, a couple of trailers, then it happens, and that's it. And so that's the only kind of logical way I can look at it as to what they're doing, is they're treating it more like a normal drama than some special event programme, which is a real shame. But I think it seems the most logical explanation as to why we haven't had it, or the fact that maybe Series 12 won't be airing as early in 2020 as we hope. I think everybody's kind of hoping and accepting that it's going to be January. But what if it isn't? What if it's actually April, which would make no sense given they've filmed all 10 episodes now. We're pretty certain that almost all of the filming is done, or if not, it's going to be done in the next couple of weeks, certainly by the end of the month. They've been filming this series since pretty much January, I think, so it would certainly make sense for it to be done soon and ready to do a trailer of and just get it going. So, I don't know, we'll have to see how things will play out, but I'm sure at some point in the not too distant future there's got to be some sort of trailer or promotional material or just anything to tell us about Series 12, because in theory it's like 2 months away if they hold to their word that it's very early 2020, not just early 2020 but very early 2020, implies January, and that's 2 months away. So I'm optimistic it won't be too long. And I'm also optimistic that it's going to be a more positive series. I know that Series 11 wasn't brilliant, and there's still a lot of negativity around Series 11. There's no denying it, that people are not happy with it and didn't enjoy it. And that's okay, I can understand that, but I also feel very positive about this coming series, that it is going to make the changes. Chris is going to have listened to the fans, noticed what went wrong, what didn't work. I think it's already shown in the fact that they're looking to bring back all these different villains from the past, sort of realising that as good as it is to have new villains, you need a combination of the older ones as well. So I'm pleased to see that looks positive. And hopefully he'll take on board those sort of criticisms of characters in places and character development, the idea of an arc and the plots and things like that. And hopefully that will all come together and actually create a really, really positive series. I feel it's still very, very possible. So keep optimistic, guys. I know Series 11 wasn't great for most of you. I understand, I accept that, and it's a shame. But I don't think, therefore, we should completely write off the next series, because you never know. It could be the best series there's ever been. It's possible. But yes, I'm rambling on a little bit now, so that pretty much covers all the latest news, I think, that we've heard. That, yeah, Daleks are back, Cybermen are probably back, Jadoon are definitely back, the Master may be back. There's, yeah, lots of exciting things to come, and hopefully not too much long to wait for it all to happen as well. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little video, just giving you an update. And if anything else, I hear of any other major filming news or rumours or whatever, then obviously I'll do videos on it. And once trailers come around, promotional material, anything like that, I will be talking about it. Don't you worry, guys. So just stick to my channel, and hopefully you'll be able to find everything out that you want to. But apart from that, remember that like button, that subscribe button if you're new here, of course, for all the latest news, and also reactions with Megan that I'm doing as well, and reviews and just various videos all about Doctor Who. But apart from that, I'll see you again very soon for another one. Goodbye.